y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks so much for stopping in today. We're going to do a tag today. This is the Naughty or Nice book tag, and this was created by MJ over at Reading This Life and Ollie, of course, from Criminali. It's a really fun tag for the holiday season, and there's like a nice list group of questions and a naughty list group of questions. And they said you could do one or the other or both. And I'm going to try to make my way through both because all the questions are fun. So let's get started on this super fun tag. I'll of course link MJ and Criminali below if you're not following them already. I'm sure you are. So let's get going. Okay, so the nice list questions. What book filled your heart with joy in 2022? Maybe it's unexpected. But I love this book, My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. And it does make me happy. This book, at the heart of it, is a book on friendship. My best friend. There's something about having that best friend that you grow up with through high school. You know, they're your ride or die, you know, and you'll do anything for them to save them and help them when they need help. And that's really the crux of this story. And it's really lovely. So, and it makes me feel really good. Okay. What fictional character is at the top of Santa's nice list? I thought about this and I thought about this. And I said, it's gotta be John Coffey, right? From Stephen King's The Green Mile. I love this character. I read The Green Mile for the first time this year. And oh my gosh, it's so good. It's such a great story. And John Coffey is amazing. I love him so much. He's sad. I mean, his character is really sad a lot, you know, also, but he's a real light. And so yeah, he definitely deserves a place on the nice list. All right, next is, have you always been on Santa's nice list? Of course. Of course, look, me and Santa are really tight because I believe in Santa. You have to believe to receive, okay? That's how I grew up. I don't care if you're 4, I don't care if you're 45, like me. You've got to believe in Santa. I love Santa. I love the idea of Santa. I really do. So I love Santa, so of course I am on the nice list. Duh. Okay, show us the nicest cover from a book you read this year. I think it's hard to beat this one. Sleuth by Brom. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I love this artwork. Enough said. It's beautiful. Okie dokie. Nicest cover. Okay, share a nice holiday or seasonal memory or tradition. So what I loved about the holidays when I was younger was Christmas Eve, and I spent Christmas Eve at my grandmother's house on my mom's side of the family, and like the whole family was there. I'm talking aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody, and it was, I don't know, it's sometimes 50, 60, 70 of us in this small little house, you know, and it just was so fun. We just had a great time exchanging presents, eating lots of food. I always had like a paper ball fight. It was just good times when things were, I sound like an old fart, but when things were simpler and you know, things change once a sort of a matriarch, you know, kind of passes away. Things change within a family dynamic, and it definitely did when my grandmother passed away. And, you know, it's just not the same. It's just not the same, you know. So I really cherish those memories of all those Christmas Eves and that little house filled with so many people and so much happiness and laughter. It was good stuff, yeah. All right, what's the next one? What 2022 release would you give to someone who has been nice? And I thought I'd go with Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. I had a good time with this book. It's a really fun kind of space opera kind of type of book, and it's really kind of funny at times, and a really interesting character, Mickey. And it's kind of about like cloning and like a duplicate. You know, Mickey's this guy who kind of keeps getting remade and stuff like that. And they're like going to this new planet, and like something else afoot at the planet. Maybe it's already inhabited, even though they're trying to like, you know, turn it into an you know, habitable place for humans to live. Yada yada yada. I don't know. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was fun. It's one of those kind of more lighthearted kind of science fiction stories, and I had a good time with it. So if you were nice this year, you'd probably like that one. Okay, the last one's really hard. First of all, what the hell? But who is the nicest booktuber? Who's the nicest? Who's not nice on BookTube? I think is probably the easier question. But I'm not going to be that person. But if I had to narrow it down, because there's so many people, there's so many awesome people here on BookTube that I've connected with and have met. Oh my gosh, I love all my BookTube people. But I went with Steve over at Steve Talks Books. Steve is super nice. He's just a nice guy. He does a lot for the community. Does a lot for authors, indie authors. He's always doing like author interviews, and he's got this whole like forum that he's got going on, which is really fun. I mean, Steve is so nice. You're probably already watching him, but of course I'll link him below, just in case. Okay. All right, that's the end of the nice list. So let's move into the naughty list. I didn't show you my holiday shirt, did I? Is he naughty or is he nice? Jack Skellington. Maybe a bit of both, right? Okay, so let's go into the naughty list. Name your favorite naughty fictional character. I went with Annie Wilkes. Oh yeah, the Queen of Crazy from Stephen King's Misery. She's crazy. I love her. she's this obsessed fan, you know, who's nursing her favorite author back to health, forcing him to write a book. She's slightly off her rocker. She's great, and I just love her. She's super naughty. She's a cockadoodie, you know? Okay. What is your favorite naughty book? No, I went naughty, you know what I mean? And I've talked about this book, or this little series a lot recently, but The Never King by Nikki St. Crow, man, I love it. It's so good. It's a Peter Pan, dark retelling of Peter Pan, or reimagining, really. Very erotic, very saucy, very steamy. Peter Pan's very morally gray. It's so naughty and it's so good. All right, next. What naughty character deserves a chance to be on the nice list? I went with two, but they both live in this book. Ike and Buddy Lee from Razorblade Tears. Now, I mean, they're not good. They're not like great people, right? They weren't supportive of their sons when they came out as being gay. They're kind of, former criminals that didn't really do always good things, But there's a little bit of a redemption arc in this story, and you know what? I think by the end of it all, they deserve to be put back on to the nice list. If you haven't read this, it's so good. All right, what is next? Show the naughtiest cover from a book you read this year. Okay, during Garbaugust, I read a story called Pounded by Pluto. Thank you. Have you ever been on Santa's naughty list? Okay, so like I said, me and Santa, we go way back. But here's the thing. I'm a very nice person. I think I'm super nice. I'm very, go with the flow kind of person. I'm easygoing until I'm not. So just watch yourself. Okay. Next up, and the last question for the naughty list is to name a holiday guilty pleasure. I don't really feel guilty about anything. Well, anything, but you know what I'm saying. But holiday to me is definitely a time to kind of indulge, a little more chocolate, maybe a little more wine, lose yourself into cheesy holiday movies, maybe a little more relaxing, you know, being a little more cozy. To me, that's kind of holiday season as you're kind of winding down to the end of the year, gearing up for the next year that's coming. To me, I kind of lean into that stuff. I think definitely around the holidays and towards the end of the year. So just allowing myself, you know, little indulgences, you know, a little more so than I do probably any other time. You know, baking cookies, casseroles, cakes. Ooh, it's all of it. I love it. Okay, that's it. What a super fun tag. Thanks, Ollie and MJ, for coming out with it. I think it's going to be fun. I look forward to seeing what everyone else comes out with as this begins to make the rounds. And basically tag your in if you want to do this one. I will, yeah, I don't know who all's been tagged so far, but again, tag your it if you'd like to do it. If you are a holiday type of person, go ahead and consider yourself tagged, and I would love to see it. So that's it. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today. You know, I'm always appreciative of your time. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.